I'm not 100% sure on it. I'm just sort of hoping that it's going to work out. Everything's all about to change. I've never experienced anything like this in the UK before, ever. This is as bad as North Devon was, and North Devon was the worst. That is Anglesey 1, Those Happy Days 0.
Oh my god, my heart is in my throat right now.
We are going to leave Wales today. Van life in Wales is going to stop for us.
Anxiety levels maximum.
Welcome back to the channel. We're Janine and Liam Day, a married couple who are attempting, despite all the challenges, to live, travel and vlog full-time in our converted removals truck campervan conversion in the UK. We are currently doing an almost full circular route of mainland Britain, starting and ending in Kent. Last week we finished off our travels on the west coast of Wales and unintentionally stayed on a campsite next to a nudist beach. This week we are in North Wales and heading onto the Isle of Anglesey, but everything is about to change for us as Liam messed up and we unfortunately have to leave Wales urgently. All will be explained, so please subscribe to the channel as our Welsh adventure continues in Morgan, our removals truck.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. We are right where we left you last time, right near the town of Carnarvon on the north coast of Wales. This has been the best park up we've had in a very long time, and there's so many different reasons behind that. It's peaceful, it's quiet, no one disturbs you, you're not disturbing anybody else. It's got the most beautiful tidal lake next to us, which has got so much nature around it. It's beautiful seabirds and foxes, and there's even giant hares that come out at night time, which is really interesting. So we've stuck around here and we've had some campfires on the beach with some of the van lifers who are staying in the same lay-by. We met some new people. There's a subscriber behind us. There's Country Van Life's in front of us still. He's a really nice guy. He's doing full-time solo van lifing for the same time that we've been doing it. And there's two guys that we've met who've spent the last year in an NV200, a Nissan NV200, which is a very small van, two of them, and they've done a really good job. They're about to get a bigger van now and upgrade. Just meeting just the nicest people. And for that reason, it's going to be very hard to leave. But onwards we must go. Today we are going to Anglesey. We've never been before, don't know anything about it. It's just going to be awesome. I can't wait. And we are literally staring at it. It's just behind us here, and we've been staring at it for the last 2 days. So onwards we must go. First up, we've got to go to Tesco's and, you know, do the things that you need to do and at Tesco's, supplies, toilets, that sort of thing. And then we're going to go on our great Anglesey adventure. So let's do it.
I need you to hold me up here.
What, to get the windows?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, give me a second. Are you going to climb it?
Well, I'm alright there, but
do you want me to do it? Because I could probably reach from there.
You think?
Yeah. You don't stop, do you?
Gotta clean them, they're a bit grubby. Gotta give it a good scrub.
Oh yeah, they're proper thick with...
I know.
I don't think we've ever cleaned these windows, have we? That's one done.
And there's one more thing.
What's that?
If you follow me. Please! So, I can reach here.
Yeah.
And I can reach here, but in the middle there, I can't reach.
Oh my word. Is that right?
Yeah, just
as far as I can get.
as you can get.
To be fair, because we spent so much time on the coast, the whole thing needs a wash. All that salt water.
After cleaning the windows and saying goodbye to the other van lifers, we hit the road to head firstly to Tesco's.
Oh, it's really sad to say bye to those guys. We've spent, you know, a night or two just hanging out with them, intermittently leaving the place and coming back, and it's just been really nice and chilled. So yeah, hopefully we bump into them again on the road. Yeah,
Steve at Country Van Life, I know we mentioned it in the last video. If you go follow his channel, Country Van Life UK, he's a very interesting bloke. He's had a very, very tragic time in his life, and literally van life has saved him. Living in a van has saved him. It's the most interesting story, it's the saddest story, but it's an inspirational story as well, so please go and follow him. He's such a nice dude.
No addiction.
My word, it is scorching today, absolutely scorching, and it's still morning. So we've pulled into Tesco's. I'm going to grab some supplies. I'm also going to get some loads of water, because I think this next week we're going to need lots and lots of water. Going by today how hot it is. Whew. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to Tesco's, pick some bits up. Liam's having a meeting at the moment, and then we're going to shoot off on our trip. Okay, cool, that's the food shop done. Now back to see Liam and get him out of this meeting so we can go and enjoy this sunny day. All good to go?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go to Anglesey. Hi guys, just want to give a very quick update about what our travel plans are. Many of you have been asking in comments about what we are up to with regards to going to Europe. We should, by the original plan, we should be in Europe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, but we're delaying it slightly because we're trying to get the vehicle up-plated, which means I've got to get a new C1 license, theory test, practical test, and then the up-plating process, whatever that entails. We're still planning on going, hopefully by the end of the British summer and the start of the British autumn, and we're going to head to Southern Europe. So by Southern Europe, we're thinking basically Southern Spain. It's going to be one of the warmest places to be in autumn, and that's very important to us, as you know, because Janine has this awful cough that she gets at winter time, and we're trying our very, very best to go to warmer climates to get rid of that. Also, we're dead excited about spending autumn in Southern Spain as well. We cannot wait. As part of that process, we are actually trying to learn a bit of the lingo. Yeah, we don't want to be Del Boy going over to Spain. We actually want to know some of the basics, because we're going to be going to non-touristy spots, out of season, all that sort of thing. It's going to help to know a bit of the lingo. So we're using an app called Rosetta Stone, and Rosetta Stone has got a lifetime subscription, so that means that you never have to worry about it again. And within that, you can learn, you know, there's just a ton of languages that you can learn throughout your life within that. We are, of course, learning Spanish. I've already started, and it's a very, very simple process on there, using an app and almost like games and quizzes to learn Spanish. So I've just been learning the basics so far. I feel like I'm making pretty good headway, actually. I'm a little bit better at it than I thought I was, he says now. So Rosetta Stone have set me up with this whole plan through the app, so that by the time we hit Spain, I'm going to be all right with asking for stuff and what have you, and getting directions. You know, the sort of things that when you're living in a van and you're trying to get from A to B in a foreign land, you need to know. So yeah, so far really impressed with the Rosetta Stone app. If you want to see our progress, we'll update you as we go forward. And if you want to try out Rosetta Stone for yourself, we'll leave the link in the description now. We thoroughly recommend it.
La niña lee.
La niña lee. Yes.
You can get the lifetime subscription to Rosetta Stone for half price via the link in this video's description. We headed off to a place that had been recommended to us by many subscribers of this channel. Being one of the most recommended places so far, we couldn't miss out the Isle of Anglesey. Anglesey is an island in Wales off the mainland's northwest coast. It's known for its ancient sites and beaches. We accessed the island via the 19th century Menai suspension bridge and decided to tour the island in an anti-clockwise direction. Our first stop being the Plazkandant hidden gardens, located between the Menai Bridge and Beaumaris. We walked inside and were immediately greeted by a harp player welcoming guests at the entrance. We decided to start the day by drinking a coffee in the cafe and finding out why they are called the Hidden Gardens. Designed and developed in 1804, it was upkept to a fine condition until just after the First World War, when it became abandoned. Only in the last 30 years has it been restored back to its original majesty. The reason why it's called a hidden garden is because it literally got lost and overgrown for all those years. It's an ongoing project with a lot more work to go, but Liam and I found it to be absolutely mind-blowing. The formal section had the class of a royal garden, and the wild woodland part of the garden looked like something off the film Avatar. It even had a pristine waterfall that Liam couldn't help but taking a dip in as it was such a hot day. We wandered around these gardens for a couple of hours before heading back to the van.
That was cool.
Keep on finding you.
Oh wow, what an incredible place that is. So unexpected. I was sort of expecting a kind of really tiny little sort of secret garden, but like a really small one. Wasn't expecting waterfalls and woods and pristine kind of, what are those trees called? The ones that you prune to the shape?
Yew trees.
Yew tree kind of gardens. Wasn't expecting all of that, but that's what we got. And now we've worked up an appetite. I'm so hungry. I think we should go and find somewhere to park and eat, maybe.
Yeah.
Or eat crackers.
I'm so hungry. But what time is it? It's almost 4 o'clock. I'm not eating anything all day. You know you're hungry when you find these things tasty.
Give you all my weekends, taking all the back roads. We can make the time slow, betting on a feeling. We keep on living.
The plan now is to go and find somewhere with a nice view and cook some delicious food. We've got a really interesting meal to show you that we're both excited about. And yeah, but we've got to find somewhere to park up, and we want the nice view. That's what we're here for, you know. This is where Anglesey really begins. So let's go and find a spot.
We made our journey to a place called Beaumaris where time was knocking on. We found a car park right by the sea and decided to pay the day rate to park there to enjoy the nice view whilst cooking.
Wow, how absolutely incredible is this place that we've ended up parking at for to cook some food. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you've got like the sea in the distance, you've got like loads of little sandbanks and mountains as the backdrop. It is just gorgeous. There's loads of boats going past as well. But the colours, I think the thing that I like about this the most is that you've got like the blue sky and like a deeper blue for the sea, but the mountains are like green and red and they're just like loads of different colours, like purple. And yeah, it just looks so stunning. What a place to park up for a bite to eat.
Okay, this car park, no matter what time you arrive, costs £10 for an all-day pass if you're in a motorhome or campervan. We, however, are a removals van, so it only costs us £5. That was a result. Swings and roundabouts, eh? Just wanted to explain what we're having for dinner tonight. We got this at the motorhome and campervan show at the NEC earlier this year. There's a guy, you might have seen him, he's an Indian chap, and he was selling these, they're not pastes, they're just spice mixes, and they are so good that the chickpea one that we had earlier in the year was one of the nicest chickpea curries I've ever had using one of these. And we picked up a Rogan Josh one as well. The only ingredients are this spice pack, aubergines, and some vegan yogurt and water, and that is it. And apparently it makes the best curry. And we're gonna give it a road test now. Look at how small they are. You can fit these all in your cupboards, and if it's anything like the one we had before, it's gonna be epic. But we haven't tried this one yet, so we're gonna try it out. And we're gonna add some tofu into it as well for a bit of protein. Wish us luck. But if it's as simple as it says it, that is, it's gonna be genius. This is
Oh, that looks really good.
It's feast time. Are you right for the rice to go in the and have the curry on top of the rice?
Curry on the side, please.
Nobody's failing, all the studies, baby, I am out to play. Give me your
It honestly, it looks so good, but the smell of it, it smells so authentic. It's incredible how many spices come out of that like paste mix. And you just add yogurt and it just turns into the most gorgeous, authentic Indian curry. And I haven't tried it yet, and that's just through smelling it.
You get a club. Hey!
Thank you. Oh, it smells amazing. I'm definitely gonna be eating all of this. I'm so hungry.
They smashed it, didn't they?
That is so good. Really, really nice.
saw you rolling steady, took it kinda heavy, baby, I'm a loving kind.
Okay, so we have finished our dinner and we've just popped out to check out this gorgeous little town. This town has got a castle and we are heading there now. This castle is so unique because it's got an actual like working moat around, and we've seen castles before with like inactive ones, but this one's actually working and it just looks really cool. I've never seen one like this before, so we're going to go and check that out now.
I'm causing the obsessive light.
It's amazing. I've never ever, I swear I haven't seen a moat with water in it before. This is the castle, although it looks like someone's come along and just sliced the top half off the castle, which makes it look even cooler. But yeah, it's got to be one of the only castles I've ever seen with a water moat around it. So cool. It's so awesome. We're in Beaumaris Castle. top marks. That is a really, really impressive thing, especially at sunset.
Beaumaris Castle was built by the English monarch Edward I to mark his stamp on the Welsh. However, the silly plonker ran out of funds and never finished it. It is, however, thought to be an ingenious design and was state-of-the-art for the late 13th century. What is amazing about the castle is the tidal dock, allowing ships to sail right up to the castle's gate. We walked around the outside of the castle before heading to the pub over the road to quench our thirst on this hot day.
Tell me, mama, when did things go wrong? Tell me, mama, when did things go wrong?
Can I just get an orange juice and soda, please?
Yeah, do you want ice with that?
Yeah, yes, please. Oh, that.
Janine.
Chris.
Janine.
Janine.
Reg. Janine.
Janine.
That's my favourite name.
Is
Oh.
it? Kind of.
I'm Jamie.
Right, Jamie.
Sorry.
What have you said?
Can't give you enough.
Thank you so much for the drink.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
When the good times gone, call me brother when the good times gone.
Oh, how sweet was that? We just walked in and the friendly locals just started talking to us and bought us a drink. And then everyone started shouting my name. So.
How's it going? Oh, they're full of it around here, aren't they? How are you, mate? You alright?
Oh, I'm not alright. I'm half left.
The friendliest town ever been to. I don't understand it. It's almost strange when people buy you drinks as soon as you walk in there and they don't know the channel or anything like that. They're not subscribers. And then everyone wants to get to everyone. Oh, it's just the friendliest place. People coming up walking. It's like Crocodile Dundee in New York.
We sat and drank our drinks in the friendliest place we've been to yet before heading back to the van to move on before the sun sets.
Just walked back to the van and I mean it's sunsetting right behind the hills behind me. The lake is an absolutely gorgeous colour. It's gone like really soft pastel colours, like pinks and blues. It's just so beautiful. Looks like heaven behind me. Really, really sort of majestic.
Other man, you say you're gonna find another man.
We headed off in the van with the aim of finding our park up before it gets dark, which wasn't too far away now. We made our journey to Penn Point to see if it's suitable for us to sleep.
Wow.
All the mountains are just just glowing pink.
I know.
All of that purple heather on there is just sort of reflecting that beautiful pink.
So pretty.
Oh my word. Oh, bugger.
I am down.
It just said no campers, no caravans, no motorhomes and stuff. But on Parthenon, recently, on the forum on there, it said that you can, or people have done recently. So it's a bit of a weird one, to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure on it. I'm just sort of hoping that it's going to work out, that we can, because it would be a really cool spot if we can.
The sun was almost down and we were weaving around the tiny lanes to get to this location, so we were praying we could stay the night. Upon arrival, things looked positive.
My word, the sunset tonight is like something I haven't seen in a very long time or ever. This place, oh my god, every corner I turn I see something that I'm just like, wow. So you've got the gorgeous sunset behind me. Over Snowdonia, the moon is rising and reflecting off the sunset, and it's bright orange and looks absolutely gorgeous. This is like the most majestic place I've ever been. The reflection of the lighthouse behind me as well is so beautiful, and it's a van life as heaven. There's so many vans down here and everyone's just having a really nice evening. The vibe is great, isn't it? Everyone's in such a...
It's got a bit of a party vibe down here, a bit of a buzzy vibe.
Yeah, it's just so nice, like literally panoramic views.
I don't know if it's just the climate that we're experiencing at the moment and stuff like that, but I've never experienced anything like this in the UK before, ever. This is like, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like it all the time. I'm sure it's not like it all the time down here, but having the bloody moon rising on one side and the sun setting on the other
sunset
side.
the other.
These are the things. These are the ones that you remember forever, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Don't take them for granted. Just get it. How can you take this for granted though? It's just beautiful.
I couldn't stay. I got a taste of all I ever wanted. It's too late. You're in that place. It's such a waste. Look what you have done. I gotta wait. I couldn't stay. I got a taste of all I ever wanted. It's too late. You're in that place. It's such a waste. Look what you have done. I gotta wait. I couldn't stay. I got a taste of all I ever.
Do you think it's like this all the time?
Can you imagine if it was just like this all the time? It's like the most idyllic evening I've ever had.
Even without this sunset, which is gorgeous, the beach is stunning in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a seal in the water there,
Is there?
just poking his little head up. Just keep looking forwards. I'm sure it's a seal. He's just poked his nose up. A baby one. Poked his nose up and gone back under again.
The seal never came back and the sun set fully, so we strolled back across the beach to Morgan to get some sleep.
If ever that day comes around, if I get my feet on the ground, I make Bonnie my wife and we rob this whole town. Maybe take all that money, get a boat and sail down, down where the blue, blue waters flow. Yes, this is a place I would go. We might get ourselves lost, we may never be found. If ever that day comes around. Boy, we were put here to roam, and we never did need a home. So let's shoot up this town, and let's run through the night, and take down that boat, and lead a runaway life.
Good morning.
Morning, how's it going?
Yeah, good. Oh my god, that sea is like crystal clear.
Is it?
Yes, it is ridiculously crystal clear.
How many times are we saying it on this trip in Wales that this is the most magnificent park that we've ever been to? Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like ever since we did van life, we've been it's always like saving the best till last. It's always like the most recent ones are the best ones. All that time, dude, we've done it 16 months now, and there's just the best ones are coming at the end.
Yeah.
We've been just because we've saved Wales clearly, and ever since we started van life, people have said get to Wales, North Wales, Anglesey especially, and they were right. They were absolutely right. If this place could be any better, they've got a frigging cafe on site, which is just incredible. So I reckon we should go and check it out. I heard they've got a toilet in there as well, which is equally as incredible.
What's that?
So yeah, it costs £7.50 to stay here overnight, and you pay when you leave. And I think if you arrive in the daytime, you pay £7.50 when you arrive as well. So you work that out. But this is going to cost us £7.50, and it was worth every penny.
Oh, a cute cafe.
Oh, lovely.
It's so nice, isn't it?
Yeah, this is such a cool cafe. It's just surprising. I wasn't expecting it to be such a nice cafe. It's right out in the sticks, right in the middle of nowhere. They could do anything they want here, and people would buy it because it's a closed market. It's an open market. Oh yeah, just more in your cafe.
We grabbed a couple of coffees and sat in the sun to drink them.
So this menu's pretty good. Obviously, we look for plant-based options, and there's quite a lot of plant-based options on there, including vegan black pudding, believe it or not. And these guys got hit with COVID. They set it all up just before COVID struck. Then COVID struck, and then they were in a bit of a pickle. So then they built this cafe instead and set up bought a pizza oven, and then now they got voted the best pizza takeout in the whole of Anglesey. So from darkness came light, and they did a really good job at adapting, and they've done really well. So because of that, their menu and inside the cafe is a bit like a surf shack with loads of pizzas and burgers. They've got massive breakfast, they've got cocktails, so it's, you know, you've got the full whack down here. Once again, adding to the fact that it's probably a very, very, very good park up. In our experience, it is so far anyway. So yeah, check out the cafe. It's called the Pilot House Cafe.
Finishing our coffees in the sun, it was time to head back to the van to leave this paradise park up and check out some more places.
I'll say it again, this place is remarkable. Everything about it is so friendly and wonderful. Everything about Anglesey so far is friendly and wonderful. We've got some really big news, some big changes unfortunately happening very, very soon. I'm gonna have to fill you in on that. As we're gonna go to the next stop, and Janine's gonna bake something, which I'm really looking forward to. And then we'll fill you in on what we're doing next, because it's everything's all about to change. We'll explain when we get there.
We headed off, paying our way at the toll road. Quite quickly, the roads began to get very steep and narrow.
This is as bad as North Devon was, and North Devon was the worst. This is not good. This is way too tight. Oh, look at that thing sticking out there.
Oh,
Can't they just go and chop that down? Oh, it's the sound of your vehicle being scratched. It's saying to go down that way, but it's an even smaller road. That is Anglesey 1, those happy days 0, unfortunately.
Oh my god, my heart is in my throat right now. Just want to get out of this bit.
This is our second attempt at another beach after that amazing stay. The first one was a no-go. It was too narrow. We were too high for the road. That doesn't happen very often to us, but it happened then. And this one says unsuitable for wide vehicles. But we're going to give it a go. And hopefully we're going to get to go and see our second beach in Anglesey after a bit of trying.
Wow.
That looks good.
How are we going to get back up this?
Well, I'm sort of hoping that we don't. That if there's a road on the other side of it. I mean, I don't understand this. Is that Anglesey that's in front of us or not?
I just hope we don't have to climb back up this.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good with it.
No, it would be quite horrific. Oh my god. Anxiety levels maximum. Do you think we're going to fit?
Yeah. I just hope there's a leading road out of this that's not back up this way. You're right, it would be a difficult road to get back up again. And breathe.
We made it out of there in one piece, so we parked up at the next parking spot to clear our heads.
Cool, let's check this place out then. Plazkandant Beach, and it's a good one. It's a bloody good one. It was proper tight getting down here. I really hope we can find a different way back up, but do you know what? It's worth it. It's absolutely delicious down here. Clear waters, nice big open space, absolutely bang on. Janine's getting set up for something special. What's happening?
I am making actually something quite easy, but really exciting. I'm going to make, I'll show you, here they are, some Just Roll cinnamon swirls for breakfast for us with a coffee. How do you feel about that?
I feel very good about it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Cinnamon buns, eh?
I know. Really, really, really hungry.
I'm not here for you to blow your one and only chance. I'm not here to waste my time on yet another bad romance. Now I got hopes for us tonight, for this here thing to turn out right. So from the start, let's get this one thing clear. You should know you're looking at a self-made woman.
All right, cool. It smells amazing in here. It's probably the best it's ever smelled.
I know. It smells really good, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to get them out and see. Oh, they might be slightly overdone.
Oh no, they look fantastic.
They look really good, don't they?
Yeah, they look amazing.
They smell so good. There we go. What do you reckon?
I think they look Too good. I'm very excited.
Oh, they're hot. Should we go up on the roof to eat them?
Yeah, they might cool down a bit quicker up there as well.
Yeah. Might have some seagulls come in.
Or shall I make a coffee or something?
Yeah.
Let me make a coffee whilst they're cooling down.
Okay.
Lie down flat, not unless you really want. I'm not after a new adornment or a pretty thing to.
Got it. Oh, they're still warm.
Would you like a cinnamon swirl?
Yes, please. Can I have this one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you missed out there. I've got a massive one
Because
here.
I'm looking through the camera.
So we finished our cinnamon buns and our cups of tea and took in the view and managed to chill out in the hot midday sun as it was a really hot day. Once we felt a light breeze coming in, we decided to go for a walk along the beach where the tide had gone out dramatically since we arrived. The beaches along here are absolutely incredible and so vast, and even though there wasn't many people, from our perspective, more people started arriving, which seemed odd to us as the roads were so tight and narrow. Either way, we really enjoyed it. It was such a lovely beach. It would make for an incredible park up for the evening, but it did say no overnight parking on the way in. We finished off our walk, had a paddle in the sea and set off for our next location, and unfortunately our next location was going to be our last, but first we had to get out of this location.
Gotta make room for a self-made woman like me.
Liam, we're going back the way we came.
No. Not what I wanted to do at all, but it's the only way out, unfortunately.
Is it really?
Yeah, what I'm more worried about, there's two ways that came in. One of the ways we came in we hated.
Yeah.
The other way we looked at, with the other one we looked at and the sign said very, very, very steep. So we're just going to have to see what happens.
Here we go.
Straight into first gear.
Oh my god. Through the petrified forest.
Yeah, this is the one, the 35% one.
35%. That's the biggest yet, isn't it?
First!
Come on, oh my god, that is so bad. And it's getting steeper as well.
Yeah, it's not ending, is it? Just nothing come the other way, nothing come the other way. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! This is awful. This is by far the worst we've had yet.
It is.
Including Devon, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's how steep it is. We were just down there a second
watch
ago.
a road.
Sorry. We were just down there a second ago. That's how steep it is.
Well, literally about a minute ago, we were that low.
Anglesey, you are relentless.
Rest assured we made it out of there fine. We headed to the next beach, which was called Red Wharf. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anywhere to park and the signs randomly said no camper vans, so we moved on, this time to a popular beach called Tariff Ben Clec. We were extremely lucky to find roadside parking big enough to fit our van in, so we parked up in front of the beach on this beautiful day.
So we need to let you into something right now before anything else carries on. Our plans are completely changing. Anglesey has delivered a morning of frightening roads to us, but it's been brilliant, and yesterday was brilliant as well. But unfortunately, we are going to leave Wales today. Van life in Wales is going to stop for us because of, it's my mistake. Do you remember we have an appointment with Bobble, the water guys, the guys who built the boiler system in our van? We had an appointment booked in with them for a while now, and I thought it was next week. It's in fact tomorrow morning in Bristol. We're a 4.5 hour drive away from Bristol right now, so I thought it was next week, which means that's my bad, which means we're gonna have to leave from Wales today. Also, we're not gonna come back to Wales for another 3 weeks at least, because next week we have got some exciting modifications happening to Morgan. This is going to be the thing that Morgan's needed for a long time. We've needed this to happen to Morgan for a long time, and next week it's happening. We've got it booked in. It's happening. So next week we're getting that booked in. Also, Janine's big birthday's coming up. Janine turns 40 next week, and we've got different people to see for that, different celebrations that are happening for that. We've decided to take you guys along with us. It's going to be really, really fun. There's lots of smaller celebrations leading up to a bigger celebration, and the bigger celebration is we're going to go away to another country. We're actually going to go abroad. It's going to be an amazing adventure. Because of all of that, it's going to last 2 to 3 weeks. Actually, it's going to last 3 weeks. It's going to be 3 weeks. So we're not going to be back in Wales till September. So unfortunately, we're going to have to put Anglesey on hold until then, which is a shame because we're in a heat wave. So it's going to be difficult to leave Anglesey and Wales, because Wales has been our home for the last few weeks. We have to do it, and we just wanted to let you know about that. So the next video that we put out is going to be really exciting. You're going to see what we're doing for Janine's birthday celebrations, and you're going to see those incredible modifications to Morgan that has been needed from day one. And Janine and I are both super excited, not only to get them, but to show you as well. So I just thought I'd give you that update, and let's make some food. I'm going to go for a quick dip first. I've not been in the sea today yet, and I'm desperate.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for a quick dip because it's hot. Yeah. And then I'll come back and cook for you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Unless do you want to come in?
I might pad on my feet.
Okay, let's do that then.
Change of plan, we went to the seafront before dinner to have a bit of a splash around. It was clearly my job to look after all of Liam's clothes, so I stood at the seafront looking like Freddy Krueger before heading back to the van for some food.
So you're going to show me how it's done?
No pressure. You get a bit of that.
Yeah.
I think then we're gonna have to put a bit of this in here,
Yeah.
like that, and then all the way up. That's what we're talking about. Where's that? Here we go again. I'm terrible with chopsticks.
Just shove it in.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Mmm. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
It's very spicy. It's sweet and salty and sour. And it's just really, really nice.
So we finished eating our delicious Chinese food and were absorbing and soaking up the last few hours of the beach. We should have left on our journey ages ago, but we just found it really difficult to leave the beach after spending so long on the Welsh coastline. As we went to go and look at the sea for one last time, we noticed the tide was turning and it was coming back in again, forcing tourists and locals to retreat back to their campsites, houses, camper vans and motorhomes, and with it we must go too. It's going to be really difficult to leave Anglesey, but we can't wait to come back in a few weeks' time. Onwards we must go and the adventure must continue.
Good morning from Worcestershire. Yep, I made it to Worcestershire last night. We made it to Worcestershire. Drove for about 3.5, 4 hours, and that was enough. Arrived at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Pitch black. It was a tropical night, which means it didn't drop below 20 degrees, which is really interesting. We quite enjoy hot weather. We actually had quite a peaceful night's sleep here as well. It's only this morning that the calves have been going past. So yeah, not a bad park up at all, and it's right next to these beautiful castle ruins. We'll find out about those at some other point, but beautiful regardless. Anyway, just wanted to say, everybody who's followed our Welsh trip so far, thank you so much for watching and all your support and all your lovely comments. We read all of them. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. The subscribing part really means a lot to us. I know lots of people watch the channel, but the people who are subscribed, it makes all the hard work we're putting into it worthwhile, and we're really, really enjoying it. We're very busy people. Next video is the most exciting though. We're taking an interlude from Wales. We will return in just a few weeks time, and yes, Morgan is going to get some essential upgrades, some nice upgrades as well. Can you guess what any of those modification and upgrades are going to be? They are a long time coming. If you can guess it, you win a prize. And also, it's going to be Janine's 40th birthday. Well, it's going to be, the next video is going to be the lead up to Janine's 40th birthday. I've got a good few treats planned. We've got a good few occasions planned. We've got a good few locations planned. The whole next couple of weeks are going to be so exciting. I'm really thrilled about it because I know about it all. Janine doesn't know too much about it. Can you guess where I'm taking her? Should be interesting. Anyway, we'll catch you in the next video. See you next time.
Side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the view